Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
you're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you...
Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach.
Culinary arts.
Auditor.
A firefighter.
For anyone contemplating becoming a volleyball official, just go for it.
Take the plunge. Open the door.
Say yes to officiating. Learn more about how to get involved at sayyestoofficiating.com.
The rhythmic sound of more than 500 cascading waterfalls. The endless echo of more than 10,000 caves. The serene silence of 1,000 miles of wilderness trails. The next time someone tells you to get lost, consider it an opportunity. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello and welcome back on the Southeast Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in, being with us live from Waleska, Georgia. College basketball is on the airwaves. The Reinhardt University Eagles playing host tonight to the Bears of Truett McConnell. The Bears 7-8 on the year, 5-6 in conference play. The Reinhardt Eagles 5-9, 4-7 in conference play. A big conference tilt for these two programs coming from Brown Athletic Center in Waleska. My name is Gabriel Schrei alongside Lorenzo Robinson, bringing you the call tonight. Excited to have you along for the ride. And Lorenzo, what a good tilt we have.
Absolutely, it should be a lot of fun. A Reinhardt program that so far this year, the season hasn't gone exactly how Coach Newton expected, but a big opportunity here against Truett McConnell to kind of right the ship at home.
Be sure to join us online. Visit our website to watch free sports live online, anytime, anywhere, any device, SESNsports.com. Click onto the Watch Live tab. You can also get linked up with us on social media on pretty much any major platform, Threads, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, we're there at SCSN Sports. We'd love to have you along for the ride. And really quickly, we'll see if we can sneak it in before they start reviewing things here on the floor. A look at these two programs, we'll get to know them. First, Truett McConnell's Bears. As I mentioned, 7-8 overall, 2-4 on the road this season, shooting 47% from the floor, so that's a pretty good clip.
Absolutely, and a team that is unafraid to make their mark down low, even though they can shoot the three ball. Very big on making the point of emphasis, getting 2 feet in the paint and connecting on their looks in close.
And we'll take a look and get to know the Reinhardt University Eagles as well, who are going to be on the other side of the ball tonight. Reinhardt, as I mentioned, 5-9 on the season, but they've been really good at home. 4 of their wins have come here in Brown Athletic Center. They're shooting nearly 44% from the floor and averaging about 81 points per game. So both really important stats to keep an eye on tonight. How are they doing getting towards that average? Are they keeping the other team? Are they keeping the Bears from scoring a lot? Will they be able to do that? I don't know.
That's going to be a big question in this one. And Reinhardt, of course, Coach Newton wants his team to be able to get out in transition, push the pace, not be afraid to create mismatches and cross matches in the secondary break and really take it to Truett McConnell. That's going to be something that they're going to have to do if they're going to close scoring average and also play a little bit of defense there as well.
And we'll get to know our players to watch tonight. First for the Bears, it's KJ Riley. 14 points per game. He's 44% from the floor, 39% from long range, and 80% at the stripe. He's had a really big year, and he'll be a big threat for the Eagles of Reinhardt University tonight. The Bears are going to work to keep Nate Jones in check, and he's been the player to watch. It feels like every single time they've played at home this year on SCSN, we've been like, you got to keep an eye on Mr. Nate Jones, averaging a really great clip. 41% from the floor, 82% at the line, and he's been really an all-around effective shooter and scorer for Reinhardt University as he's poured it in this year, averaging 16 points per game.
And when you have a player that shoots as many threes as he does, he's a guy who shoots a little bit under 9 attempts a game. Sometimes you're worried that those can be bad looks, but with the way that he's been, as efficient as he's been, almost a 39% three-point shooter on 9 attempts. Those are great looks for him, and you want to see him get up as many as he can.
Both programs taking one final moment before coming to the floor. Here alongside me, Lorenzo Robinson will bring you all the action tonight between the Bears of Truett McConnell and the Eagles of Reinhardt University here on the Southeast Sports Network and our simulcast. Thank you for tuning in and being with us wherever you may be. The clock is set. We're ready for the first half of play. It's the Reinhardt University Eagles hosting the Truett McConnell Bears on SCSN. Opening tip. Swatted way up high and gathered by the Eagles. This is Jones, our player to watch. From the straightaway to the far wing, back up top, Nate Jones wants 3 and he gets it. What a way to start.
Right on cue, Nate Jones with the 3 at the top of the key. Again, those are good looks for him. He's going to try to get up as many as he can early and often and put a lot of pressure and extend this Truett McConnell defense.
Well, why do you pick Nate Jones as your player to watch almost every time out? That's why. He is electric. Great entry pass and an easy score down low for Seats out of Cumming, Georgia.
Seeing there, Truett McConnell, again, a team unafraid to get the ball in the paint. They're going to try to pass the ball around and get 2 feet down there and give themselves good looks at the rim. You don't shoot a high field goal percentage without being able to convert on your looks down low.
Ryan, 1-point lead. Truett McConnell looking to get on top here in the opening stages. 60 seconds into this one in Waleska. College basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Entry pass. Ball is swatted and stolen away. Eagles. Lewis hands it off. Fred Adams will run the floor. Adams getting some help. There's the give and trouble as James tries to go to the block.
As a coach, those are the ones that just absolutely drive you crazy, right? You get a nice stop on one end, you have the ball, and you feel like you're able to kind of extend your lead and put some more pressure on Truett McConnell in the early stages, and then a turnover.
A 1-point game. Reinhardt in front, Truett McConnell with the basketball. Bears to the straightaway. A couple of pumps, and he'll hang on to it. This is E.J. Smith who gives it off. Close side from the wing. There's the 3, and it's automatic. The Bears take their first lead of the night, 5-3.
Right there, Jaden Ye, one of the better players on this Truett McConnell Bear team. A little under 12 points a game, but he is a 40% three-point shooter. on just over 4 attempts.
Great escape and bucket by Nate Jones, who knifes his way inside, the junior from Dayton, Ohio. That's a big basketball town, home of the Flyers up there, Midwest country. Bears to the corner, entry pass, near mid-range, banging around down there, trying to work down amongst the tall branches. He gets this to go. Nice layup by C.J. Brown, the graduate student.
Nice physical post up there from Brown, knocking Lewis into the paint and knocking him down.
And one for the redshirt sophomore out of Woodstock, Georgia, graduate of River Ridge High School. And he's somebody they're just wrinkling into the lineup. Justin Newton likes this look with Russo, a new face and fresh legs, and he's been great so far.
He's a guy that in his limited minutes has given them great energy. So seeing Coach Newton go with him in the starting lineup, if you've been following this team closely, is not much of a surprise. He's been a guy that has gotten better and better every time he's been on the floor, and now he'll have a chance to do it in the earlier stages of the game for the Eagles.
Covington went across to Jaden Yee. The Cleveland, Georgia product from a step beyond the arc. This is short. 3 minutes gone in the first half. It's 8-7. Reinhardt University leads. Eagles to extend their lead in the foul.
You like that drive there from Nate Lewis. Such a versatile player for the Eagles, a guy who can step back beyond the arc and hit the three ball, but also, as you saw there, very comfortable putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rim himself. And then when he gets to the line, one of the better free throw shooters in the conference at 86% from the line.
3 minutes and change gone already in the first half of play. Nate Lewis out of Apopka, Florida, 6'6", and you summed it up best. 13 points per game, 47% from the floor, couple of assists, 6 rebounds. You've got yourself a star.
A guy that Coach Newton has a lot of faith and trust in. He's had a lot of faith and trust in him for a few years now. One of the staples of this Reinhardt basketball program.
Great entry pass, right with some room to work with. Lou Russo picks it up. Flip to the far side. Here come the Eagles of Reinhardt University. And as he goes inside, they'll say he carried. That's Fred Adams, the redshirt sophomore out of Statesboro, Georgia.
And despite the turnover there, Fred Adams is a player who is not short on confidence. He has a very high belief in himself, a very talented player for Coach Newton and staff. Very capable of having a big game, either scoring or creating for himself and others.
Bears drive, nice mid-range Shea, banged home by the senior out of Atlanta, E.J. Smith. E.J. Smith, another big guy to watch tonight. Nearly 13 points per game on average, and he also usually forks in 5 or 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, shoots 35% from the floor.
Truett McConnell, kind of like the old school ball club. They're not going to be 33s a game, right? They're going to try to get nice post-entry passes, try to create some high-low opportunities, shoot some mid-range jumpers. They're going to do all of those things that we don't really see too much in the game of basketball these days.
Great entry pass to Seats, and the foul as he tries to take it to the rack. Truett McConnell, you know, it's hard to break it down and simplify what you're looking for and what they're going to use to win tonight. But I would say, first of all, it's our player to watch, KJ Riley. 14 points per game so far for him this season. The team shoots 47% from the floor, so that's really great efficiency. KJ Riley's three-point shooting percentage will be a factor, 39%. They're going to look to him to score those long balls in big moments. And then the Bears are averaging 77 points per game. So those things are key stats to keep an eye on. Are they working towards that average? Are they scoring well? Is KJ Riley super involved? So far, he's pretty quiet.
But that may be by design for Truett McConnell in this game because they are a team that has excellent balanced scoring as well. They have 3 players that average in double figures, and if you extend that rate to...
Oh, my goodness! Oh, no! He just pulverized the ball.
And my thoughts don't matter there. Dunk you very much there for the Reinhardt Eagles. Number 23, Brayson James with the ferocious jam.
Now the Bears are moving quickly to calm the crowd, and it bounces out. Lewis with a nice board for Reinhardt University.
James, one of the more athletic players in the conference, and is always capable of highlight reel plays such as the one we just saw.
Adams with a nice floater, but a bit too much. The handoff. Here's Mr. Quiet, KJ Riley, the transfer from Elkhorn State. Driving, Covington, the transfer from Emmanuel College, a handoff. Bears inside, ball's loose and over the baseline.
But again, Riley being quiet, that could be by design. They are a team that has just such excellent balance. About 7 players averaging around 7 points a game. So multiple players who are very capable of putting the ball in the basket. Of course, you can't average 77 points per game without having more than just one guy that you're comfortable with scoring and creating looks.
Nakai Fisher has the basketball stolen. Here comes KJ Riley to break the silence. And oh my goodness.
What a resounding way for KJ Riley to announce his presence in this one, skying high for the fast break jam.
Reinhardt University trying to get the home crowd back involved, and they will. Russo drops it home into the twine.
And a nice move there, and great touch around the basket, something that young big men often struggle with, but Russo right there showing why he has been inserted in the Coach Newton starting lineup.
2 lead changes already through 6 minutes of play, but right now the Eagles in front by 1, 14-13 from Brown Athletic Center in Waleska, Georgia. College basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Thanks for being with us. Gabriel Schrei here, Lorenzo Robinson alongside me. 5-6 in conference play. It's the Bears who are 7-8 overall, being hosted by the 4-7 in conference Eagles. 5 wins, 9 losses overall.
Reinhardt currently holding that 5-9 record, 4-7 in conference play, but that can be a bit misleading when looking at the talent on their roster. They have had a few injuries, so a few younger guys have had to step up into some different roles for them. But they're a team that if you take them lightly, going into the conference tournament especially, they can definitely make life hard for some of the top seeds.
Reinhardt's had a really great schedule this year as well. Strength of schedule, check mark. They played Troy, Augusta, Middle Tennessee State over the break, so really a tough slate for the Eagles. Driving the floater, this won't go. Back to the offensive end, go the Eagles of Reinhardt. With great pace, Russo walks it in from the straightaway. Pass to the corner, Nakai Fisher wants 3 and boarded by Riley. The senior will run the floor himself, battling through traffic. He stops in the corner and kicks it up to the wing. Kanan Wright from St. Cloud, Florida, the entry pass. He gets the ball back. Kanan inside, off the glass, this goes. Our 3rd lead changed the night, and now the Bears on top of the Eagles by just 1.
And how often do we see basketball teams in the year of 2024 run most of their offensive sets inside the arc? Definitely
I don't remember. High school.
Yeah, especially just a throwback type of offensive system that Truett McConnell is running. But they average in the high 70s of points per game, so it's something that works well for them.
I think Bradley Central's Bearettes do that up in Cleveland, Tennessee, and they're one of the best prep programs in the entire state of Tennessee. Year in and year out, big winners. Tucker Lowe all the way down along the block, now the pass outside. Eagles moving the basketball. That is a deep 3. You want to talk about a heat check. He would have been volcanic.
Absolutely, but that's a shot that he is more than capable of making. As you see, Coach Newton not batting an eye at him taking that shot because of what he's shown throughout this year.
KJ Riley couldn't get it to go. Couple of quick changes on the floor. CJ Brown into the game for the Bears. Nate Lewis coming in for Russo as well. Reinhardt Eagles with the basketball here on the Southeast Sports Network. They trail by just 1, 15-14, Bears lead. That's a deep three for Tucker Lowe, and he gets it. My goodness, how much do you think the postage is on that one?
I'm not sure. That was a very deep three from Lowe, and if you just look at his percentage, you would think, man, why is he taking that shot? But another player that, even though he does not get a whole lot of time, he has not gotten a whole lot of time throughout this year, very confident and very capable, showcasing some of the depth of this Reinhardt program.
The Eagles lead by 2. Riley loses it and can't get it back before it crosses over the timeline.
And that one is going to fire up this crowd as Nate Lewis putting the clamps on KJ Riley there near half court and forcing that backcourt violation.
Both teams 6 of 11 from the floor. That's 54.5%. Seats the leading scorer for the Bears with 4 points. Reinhardt, 2 players with 5. It's Jones and Russo. Tucker Lowe along the block. Now he'll step to the corner. Eagles floated outside to Jones. He's heavily defended. Splits the difference. 2 seconds on the shot clock as he puts this off the glass and it expires. Boarded by Arias Ortega. The junior from the Dominican Republic hands it off, now to the far side. KJ Riley to the corner. TMU driving and blocked by Nate Lewis. What a hot start.
There's some of that versatility we're seeing from Nate Lewis. One possession ago, we saw him put the clamps on KJ Riley deep near the top of the key, near the RU and mid-court, forcing the backcourt violation. And then there, masquerading as a rim protector for the Eagles, securing the block.
Nate Lewis now 12 blocks this season to go along with his 20 steals. A crucial piece defensively for the Eagles. KJ Riley pulls up from the wing. Big high bounce, it's out. Nearly halfway through this first half, it's 17-15. The Eagles lead by 2 on their home floor. We've already seen 4 lead changes tonight.
Maybe that's just the way that this game is going to go. 2 teams that definitely feel like they need to build some momentum in conference play.
Riley's all alone. Flight number 5, you are cleared for takeoff.
KJ Riley, yet another ferocious jam there on the fast break. Now 2 for him in this one.
Fired, this is swatted around, and somehow the Eagles come down to the basketball. Turnaround Jay from short range for Darian Reed, the graduate student out of Colorado Springs. TMU to respond. There's the 3 and it goes. Beautiful ball.
Jay hitting 2 threes for Truett McConnell. A really capable 3-point shooter for the Bears.
This one rattles around and jumps out. We've got 5 lead changes already in this 1-point game, halfway through the first half, 20-19. The Bears lead the Eagles.
We've seen a lot of Reinhardt's games go like this, back and forth, seesaw affairs. The Eagles hoping to come out on the right side of this one.
Around the world go the Bears. The drive, firing as he steps back, and I think he took a step. Maybe not. A foul?
Interesting call there, but as I said throughout the girls' game, the ref is always right.
I don't always get to be on the floor, Lorenzo, when I call games. Usually it's college that puts you on the floor, and the high schools put you up in the rafters. And there's something a little special about being on the floor. Obviously, you get a better feel for the energy that way, but sometimes the coaches are in your way. Can't see what's going on. Not complaining.
Well, you know, they're so locked into what they have going on and, you know, coaching their team and giving themselves the best chance to win. Sometimes it leaves the little people like us just kind of hanging out to dry.
I've met some great coaches over the last decade of announcing. And Reinhardt University's head basketball coaches are 2 of my very favorite. Tony Campbell, Justin Newton, really, really great leaders.
And 2 guys who are very knowledgeable about the sport as well. If you just want to talk ball with them, they'll talk to you for hours, just very knowledgeable. And guys that you can tell that due to the knowledge that they have, their team respects them and respects their coaching as well.
Lewis takes it himself off the glass, and the whistle as he's jostled.
see Nate Lewis again with the hustle, getting the second chance opportunity. And is he a guard? Is he a wing? Is he a big? I mean, no one really knows, but all you can say is he is a darn good basketball player for the Eagles.
Truett McConnell making a change. Corey Seats onto the floor, the senior from Cumming, Georgia. Lewis at the line, 86% success rate at the charity stripe this season. This one goes. Nakai Fisher onto the floor, and Lewis to the bench for Reinhardt University.
That's a well-deserved break there for Nate Lewis. He's just been everywhere for the Eagles so far. Coach Newton giving him a little bit of break, but you can imagine that we'll see his number get called sooner rather than later.
TMU floats this to the far side. The man from the Dominican Republic. He drives. Ball's lost. Russo with a steal. Somehow gets this through traffic to Adams. He goes up the floor. Reinhardt bringing the pace on the fast break still. Slowing it up just a bit as Adams takes it himself inside and taken back. And who lost the ball.
And again, Adams, a player who is not short on confidence or ability. Even if that one didn't go, you can be sure that he will make more attempts at the rim.
Overhead pass stolen by Reed. It's a 3-on-2 scoring chance. Backdoor to Russo, who floats it in off the glass.
Turning defense into offense there for the Eagles, and a nice job by Russo. Again, the feathery touch by the young big man, something that we are not used to seeing.
We've already seen 6 lead changes tonight. Reinhardt in front by 3. 24-21, 7.5 left to go in the first half of play. And the Eagles right now on a 5-0 run.
And you can tell they're trying to wrestle away that momentum. And
oh my goodness, a 7-0 run. Reinhardt extends their lead to 6 points.
Putting a lot of pressure on Truett McConnell. You can see this extended zone look that the Eagles have been going with, trying to break the rhythm of Truett McConnell, not making it easy for him and forcing them to shoot threes.
From the corner, Bears, that's short. They get the rebound. Truett McConnell out to the wing. Close side wing. Nakai Fisher brings the heat. Here's the drive off the glass and boarded by Reed, who's thrown to the hardwood.
And a nice adjustment there by Coach Newton, going with kind of an extended 2-3 look. A team like Truett McConnell very comfortable trying to get the ball into the paint, getting 2 feet into the paint and getting good looks around the rim. What a 2-3 zone does is it packs your defense in and it forces a lot of the action to the perimeter. Truett McConnell is not the best jump shooting team, so a great adjustment there by Coach Newton to get his team back on top.
We'll take a break with these two teams, a 30-second timeout on the floor. Don't go anywhere, more college hoops in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Welcome back to the campus of Reinhardt University. Head coach of the Eagles, Justin Newton, in the center of your screen there. And the Eagles back onto the floor. They lead by 6. Nearly 3/4 of the way through this first half. There's one from three-point land for Darian Reed. Wow.
Reed is one of the better shooters on these teams, shooting right around 43%. Right there, calmly and coolly knocking down that 3 on the wing. It is all Reinhardt right now after Truett McConnell tied the game up.
That's a 3-ball in response for the Bears.
Very important answer there for Truett McConnell to kind of slow down this Eagle momentum.
Reinhardt was on quite the run. That 3 breaks it up. you could still count it and say it's a 7-3 run for the Eagles, or rather a 10-3 run, excuse me. We've already seen 6 lead changes as there's 6 minutes left to play in this first half still.
Even though that 3 fell for Truett McConnell, if I'm Coach Newton, I'll live with that, right? This is what you like to see. You like to see that activity, and you want to see them really make things difficult for Truett McConnell. But as a team, shooting 30% from 3, they have a few capable shooters, but that's definitely not what they do as a group. So the more three-point looks that you're giving up from them means less point-blank opportunities that they have in close.
Covington back to Riley. Centered up, Seats. 3 on the shot clock as he hooks this home. Nice ball for the senior from Cumming.
Feathery touch there around the basket again. Truett McConnell, a team that is so good from the field. You do know that they have to be good at finishing down low.
E.J. Smith close side. K.J. Riley from the wing. Takes it inside. Out to the far wing. Smith flipped it out. 3 ball is short. It remains a 4-point game. Reinhardt leads 30-26. Nakai Fisher wants to go the distance on the fast break, and he will as that rims around and drops into the hole.
Nice aggressive move there from Fisher. Good verticality by the defender, but Fisher was able to get the shot to go.
There's a 3 from the close side, and Seats is off the mark.
That's a guy that he will take around 1-3 per game, so not afraid to let it fly from deep. Obviously, you would think that his coach would want to try to get a better look for his ball club, especially being down by 6 points.
Reed drives into the mid-post, kick to the corner. Here's the 3 for the Eagles, and that's automatic. Wow, they're just electric right now. And that's a true freshman out of Gainesville, Georgia. He played prep for the Red Elephants. Charles Reisman gets that bucket. Bears off the mark.
One thing that you got to give Coach Newton credit for is just trusting in some of these younger players. We've seen a few of them take on some larger roles as the season has gone on. And while that can lead to growing pains, especially a team being 5-9, there's definitely a level of confidence that builds in your club, and that can pay major dividends as the season goes on.
Tucker Lowe will run the floor for Reinhardt University. The Eagles on a 15-5 run over the last few minutes. 4 minutes left in the first half. To extend their 9-point lead, they will. And who else? Our player to watch, Nate Jones, the junior from Dayton, Ohio, buries it.
Defense is always so worried when he puts the ball in the basket, ball on the ground, worried about him trying to get to the rim. Right there, he was able to take advantage and shoot the little mid-range jumper.
The Bears get a much-needed momentum bucket. Kanan Wright puts that one home as there's a timeout on the floor, and we won't send you to break. We'll keep it right here as these two teams take a timeout because I want to hear Lorenzo break this down for me. Obviously, this one's still really, really tight, but Reinhardt with momentum, building momentum as they're going forward. What do the Bears have to do going into the half here? Do they need to do anything, or is it going to be okay because they'll have whiteboard time?
So for Truett McConnell, them being a team that wants to try to work through their offense, get the ball into the paint, get the ball down low, shoot the mid-range jump shots, they may not want to play that up and down style, and especially playing against a team like Reinhardt, right? A team that is so athletic, so gifted, so fast in the open court. As we've seen, they've already had a few highlight reel plays, and then the shooters that they have on the floor as well. It can become a very difficult thing for you trying to play that up and down style with them. So Truett McConnell is going to want to try to control the tempo, get it back to a pace that they would like to see, and make Reinhardt a little bit more uncomfortable, because right now this game is being played just the way that Coach Newton would want it to be played.
3 minutes, 47 seconds left to play in the first half between these two programs. Reinhardt University, a 9-point lead. We've seen 6 lead changes in this first half. Doesn't get any better than this. This might have to be pay-per-view, Lorenzo.
I don't think anyone would be bothered with that. I think everybody would definitely want to put something in and tune in to watch this one.
Reinhardt on the offensive end of the floor. currently on a commanding 17-7 run down here. This one pops out on Lewis. This could finally bust that streak up enough to stop referencing it. Covington wants to go the distance, flipped back side, and the whistle as he goes down hard.
And sometimes those are statement fouls, right? Those are fouls that if I'm a coach, I'll live with. If I'm a player, I'm okay with giving up. Just to let the offensive player know, like, hey, you know, I'm here. It's not going to be easy for you, and it's going to be a very tough game for you, especially if you're going to try to score in our paint.
Janye, the head coach for the Truett McConnell Bears. Justin Newton, the bench boss for Reinhardt University's Eagles. Both head coaches shouting out onto the floor during that quick timeout. E.J. Smith, the handoff to Covington. He drives to the elbow and flips it back out to Smith, who fires the three, and it bounces off the front of the iron.
And you can tell the adjustment made by Coach Newton's squad. They're making a concerted effort to not allow Truett McConnell to get either straight line drives or clean post-entry looks. And right now, the Bears playing right into the Eagles' hands by taking a lot of threes. Again, a team that is not comfortable running their offense from beyond the arc. That has led to the momentum swinging in Reinhardt's direction.
Darian Reed back onto the floor for Reinhardt with 3 minutes left to play in this first half in a 9-point game. And there's that three. He has been electric from outside as he hits another. Are you kidding me?
Saw Truett McConnell go to that zone look, and Reinhardt just simply and calmly getting into their offense and getting the shot that they like. That's 2 possessions now in a row that Truett McConnell going with that zone, and Reinhardt being able to run a play and get the look that they wanted.
Darian Reed leading all scorers with 8. KJ Riley trying to get on top of that list as he fires the shot. 2.5 left to play in the first half. Eagles to Jones, outside, Tucker Lowe. KJ Riley defending him, he flips it over to Reed, who just hit that three. Down to the corner, Riley still trailing Lowe defensively. Reed pulls up even though he's contested it short. The putback goes for Nate Lewis.
Again, showcasing why he is one of the more versatile players in this conference. There with the putback for the Eagles.
Here's a 3 ball for the Bears. It's off the mark. 42-28 the tally. It's a 14-point game with less than 2 to play in the first half as Nakai Fisher pulls up for 3. Too much on that as it skiffs off the iron. Reinhardt's on fire. And right on cue, I thought TMU was going to bury a 3 right after I said that. 90 seconds left to play in the first half. Eagles with the ball in a 14-point lead as Jones slows this up just a bit.
And a smart play there from the guard just to kind of let everybody get their wits about him for Reinhardt.
Entry pass to Lewis in the low post. Justin Newton wants a foul.
And there was a lot of contact on the play. I thought that Jacob Ye just kind of smacked Lewis on the arm. Unfortunately, the ref not seeing it through the lens of Coach Newton, deciding to make it a play on.
E.J. Smith going to take a break, rest his legs. Seats on in his place. And a timeout on the floor for these two programs. We'll keep it right here as there's just 72 seconds left to play in this first half in a 14-point game. I mean, Reinhardt has really been indomitable. They're on another 5-2 run.
And a lot of it has just been Reinhardt playing at the pace that they want to play, right? They want to push the tempo, get out in transition, and get good looks. But we saw Truett McConnell do what Reinhardt did earlier in this half. Truett McConnell going with that extended zone look. And right on cue, Coach Newton barking out orders to his team, and then they were able to get 2 consecutive very clean looks. One underneath the goal for Nate Lewis, and the other one a wide open 3 for Darian Reed. So Reinhardt immediately being able to get into their offense and prove that Truett McConnell wouldn't be able to break their rhythm. And right on cue, the Bears got out of that zone look as quickly as they got into it.
Reinhardt University, 43% from the floor this season. Nate Jones, somebody they've counted on from range, averaging 81 points per game. This is Lewis. He's jostled, and quick whistle this time. Lewis to the line, shooting 86% from the line this season. .33 rebounds, 15 assists per game for the Eagles. John not happy with the call, arguing with the official. They're in the center of your screen there. Russo checking into the game for Reinhardt University.
And you can tell it's just been a different game than what we saw the first time that these two teams played, right? You see Reinhardt taking the fight to Truett McConnell. They're making it very difficult on them. And even on that play, Nate Lewis drawing the foul, running hard and aggressively, trying to get through and get free, making the ref blow the whistle instead of asking for the call. And that's what you have to do if you're going to be able to win games like these.
And if you want to win those big games, you've got to pull it all together. 43-28, one more to go at the line for Lewis, 70 seconds to go in this first half. The Eagles of Reinhardt University this season, 5-9, 4-7 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. The Bears, 7-8, 5-6 in conference play. The Eagles at home, though, 4-2. No coincidence that they're leading in a home matchup.
Very friendly confines of the Brown Athletic Center here in Waleska, Georgia. A place that they're very familiar with and comfortable playing at. And nothing like some good home cooking.
On the far side, Truett McConnell on the straightaway. Now down low, Covington into the paint, fighting with it, and the whistle sounds with 49 seconds on the clock.
And that's a possession that's more like the kind that Truett McConnell wants to have, being able to get a nice straight line drive into the paint. And even though they weren't able to come away with points, Covington able to draw the foul and get 2 free throws to potentially stop this Reinhardt run.
Off the mark. Covington can't get that to go. This season at the line, he's 70% shooting. Transfer from Emmanuel College, native of Athens, Georgia, close by. He's been a great facilitator, racking up the assist. Also a really good defender, 42 total rebounds, 13 steals, a couple of blocks to go with all that.
They're going to need him to take on an elevated role in this one if Truett McConnell is going to find their way back into this game.
Closing moments of the first half now. 40 seconds left to play until our halftime break. Jones pulls up from the straightaway and it rattles around but won't drop. 44-29 Reinhardt. Here come the Bears. They would love to drop in a bucket.
Of course, but it's not going to be easy as we see Tucker Lowe, one of the more ferocious defenders on this team. He's just dropping low, getting into a stance, not biting on anything, making life very difficult.
10 shot, 13 game, and the whistle as he tries to take it inside.
And one thing about great players, they always kind of have their finger on the pulse of the game. When they feel like their team is lagging a little bit, they're always ready and willing to make a play that can change momentum. KJ Riley seeing that his team is down and losing some momentum, losing some traction in this one, trying to do things by himself, and aggressive take to the rim and getting a chance to shoot 2 free throws.
Riley was our player to watch during the pregame. He's 2 for 5 from the floor tonight, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 total points.
And he's been relatively quiet generally when we compare it to what we've seen from him so far this year, but if that was any indication, if that last play was any indication, we can expect to see a more aggressive KJ Riley for the remainder of this game.
Nate Lewis leading all scorers with 9 points. Darian Reed right behind him with 8. 2 with 7 for the Eagles, Jones and Russo. Jaden Seats both with 6 points for the Bears. Reisman with 6 for Reinhardt University. Russo comes off the floor. That's Lewis who inbounds to Adams. 10 seconds to play with Fred Adams. From Statesboro, Georgia, he's going to use every last second, 3 seconds. Now it's Nate Jones off the glass. It rattles off, and time expires on our first half of play in Waleska, Georgia. 1 half in the books. It's a 13-point game. What a performance by the Eagles in half number one. 44-31, Reinhardt out in front. Quick thoughts before we go to the break, Lorenzo.
Reinhardt being able to make this game the type of game that they wanted to be. We saw in the early stages of this first half, Truett McConnell was getting every kind of look that they wanted. Easy mid-range opportunities near the foul line, making nice post-entry passes and getting good looks into the paint, and always getting 2 feet down there near the charge circle, which gave them a chance to build an early lead. But Reinhardt flipping the game on its head by speeding the game up, playing at their tempo, and making it very difficult for Truett McConnell to keep up. And now they have to play a style that they're not very used to or very comfortable playing if they're going to find a way to get back into this one.
A 13-point game, Reinhardt University in the driver's seat, 44-31, as the Eagles lead the Bears. We'll take a break and be back with some halftime analysis and the second half of play on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Shry Media. Find us at shrymedia.com.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay. Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay. Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live. All from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Welcome back to Waleska, Georgia, and inside of Brown Athletics Center, we're in the halftime window between the Bears of Truett McConnell University and the Eagles of Reinhardt University, who are playing host tonight and in the lead at the halftime break, 44-31. It's a 13-point game between these two programs. Reinhardt resting fairly comfortably in the lead. Both warming up after their halftime break, getting a little bit of whiteboard time, as I like to call it. Lorenzo, do you think they'll be able to capitalize and make some changes, either program?
So for Truett McConnell, the main thing that they want to do is try to wrestle back the tempo. Early in the game, we saw Truett McConnell, they were able to get every look that they wanted. The game was going exactly the way they needed it to go on both ends of the floor. And then something happened. I think it was that ferocious dunk by Brazen James for the Eagles. And that kind of jump-started the momentum for Reinhardt. And ever since then, the game has been played at a much faster pace, which has advantaged Reinhardt, especially with the way that they like to play when you combine their athleticism and their three-point shooting. So for Truett McConnell to find a way to get back into the lead, they're going to need to get the tempo back to something they're comfortable at, and they don't want to get into a battle of athleticism or three-point shooting because that seems to be advantage Eagles.
44-31, Reinhardt University in the lead. Here's a look at the Bears so far this season, 7-8 overall, 2-4 on the road. Reinhardt University 4-2 at home, and that's something we mentioned during the pregame. Do you think that momentum of being at home for Reinhardt is playing a factor?
You would say that it would. You know, if you're just looking at it from a perspective of on paper, it's just two evenly matched teams, two teams that the game should be close because they have very similar levels of talent. When you look at the way that Reinhardt has performed at home and the caliber of teams that they've been able to either beat or hang in tough with, you can't help but think that it has to mean something for Reinhardt, especially playing in front of their home crowd, as they've been so good here and they're looking to keep that going so far in this one.
And there's a quick look at Reinhardt University before we get back underway. Their season a bit different, but again, very evenly matched. 4-2 at home, 44% from the floor. As a team, we've certainly seen them have that success shooting the basketball tonight.
McConnell getting the ball first to start the second half. It'll be interesting to see what kind of shot they're going to get. Are they going to try to find their way back into the paint, or are they going to take another three-point shot? If they're shooting the long ball, you have to think that Coach Newton will be satisfied with that.
You got to talk to him. I talked to your player 3 times. He's stupid.
Justin Newton fired up about the call. Truett McConnell tonight, 11 of 28 from the floor. That's 39% shooting the basketball. Reinhardt, 16 of 32. That's 50%. Truett on the offensive end. Their leading scorers, Jaden, Riley, and Seats. All with 6. Driving down low, nice move, but the shot not the right touch on that as it sails on Brown.
That was a possession that you do like seeing Truett McConnell have, being able to get the ball in the paint, unfortunately unable to come away with the basket.
Russo being harassed down low as the whistle goes. Talk about traffic. Jared Russo has 7 points. He's 3 for 3 shooting tonight. 1 for 1 at the line. 5 rebounds to go along with that stat line. He is 4th on the team in scoring behind Lewis, Reed, and Jones, who have 9, 8, and 7 respectively.
He has given Coach Newton a really nice presence down low between his great finishing and his nice paint defense. It's made things really difficult for Truett McConnell on both ends.
Covington a step behind the wing. Walks up to the straightaway around James. Lewis heavily defending here. E.J. Smith gets rid of it to the far side. Ball on the floor for a moment. Seats down to Brown, who takes a shot. It bounces out on him as Russo gets the board.
And there was a cross match there for Truett McConnell. They were able to get the ball in the post. Fred Adams was stuck on a bigger man.
Grayson James finishes that off. Nice bucket. And our first bucket of the second half.
James, we've already seen his athletic feats one time in this game with his spectacular dunk. Right there, getting it done with the nifty finger roll.
It's worth noting that Reinhardt's lead. Hang on. From the corner, that three goes.
That's something that Truett McConnell really likes to see. They weren't able to come away with a lot of three-point opportunities last go round in this game. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come if you're a fan of the Bears.
Reinhardt drives down low, pass to the corner. James pulls up. This skiffs off the front of the iron. Remains 46-34, a 12-point game. To the corner again. This time it's Sales.
Look at me! Boys, punish the tank! Punish the tank!
Reinhardt University will take back over with the basketball. Looking back at that first half of play, 7 lead changes. No ties yet tonight. Reinhardt built this 12-point lead. It was fueled by a 7-0 run, and then they went on a 15-5 run.
Those runs kind of broke the game open. It seemed like it was going back and forth, and then eventually Reinhardt able to kind of wrestle away momentum. So now Truett McConnell being forced to play catch-up.
Covington gives it off to Brown. Eagles Jones defending. Entry pass. Russo defensively on Seats. He won't keep it. Smith fires from the sideline. Big high bounce and a battle for the ball. It's loose, and somehow Lewis comes out of the scrum with it.
50-50 balls like that, those can be the difference between winning and losing. And so far in this game, more often than not, Reinhardt coming away with those 50-50 chances.
Jones looking for James and missed connection. Reinhardt turns the ball over to the Bears.
And those are the kind of plays that just drive a coach nuts, especially after the caliber of defense that you played on one end. To kind of just give up a possession like that with an unforced error is definitely something that Coach Newton would not want to see from his ball club.
Good inbounding pass by Smith to get around Jones. Truett McConnell working the ball all around. C.J. Brown, the graduate from Miami, Florida, goes back to Smith. Far-sided Seats. The senior centers this up on the straightaway. We've already played 3 minutes and 15 seconds of the second half. And this one goes as the whistle blows.
Another great defensive play by Nate Lewis. We saw him earlier in this game being able to force the half-court violation near the mid-court. And then we saw him get a nice block down low and then right there drawing a charge, showing you that he can provide value defensively in a lot of different ways for the Eagles and guard multiple positions. One of the more versatile players in the Appalachian Athletic Conference.
Covington, the leading scorer for the Bears, 7 points. He's 2 for 2 from the floor, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Riley, Jaden, and Seats all have 6. For the Eagles of Reinhardt, Lewis with 9, Reed with 8. Jones and Russo both with 7, Reisman with 6. Eagles on the offensive end. James is in some trouble. Close side on the wing. Adams back up top. Nate Lewis from a foot or two beyond the arc, and it's short.
Offense getting a little stagnant for Reinhardt. You want to see them try to get some more ball movement and player movement to try to recapture some of the magic of that first half.
Stagnant is right. We've only seen 5 total points so far through 4 minutes of play in this second half.
And that's the caliber of game and the type of tempo that Truett McConnell is a lot more comfortable playing. And even though it seems like, man, Truett McConnell was down by whatever they were down by in that first half, now down by 12. Man, they haven't made much headway, but for them, it's all about taking control of the game. And right now, they're doing a good job of controlling this second half from a tempo perspective.
That's Reed, number 3, you just watched run onto the floor. 3 for 5 tonight, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and also a total of 8 points. So one of the leading scorers in tonight's matchup.
He's given some great minutes for the Reinhardt Eagles off the bench. A team that is very deep and talented, even with a few players missing. Plenty of guys capable of putting the ball in the basket for Reinhardt.
Going up the floor, Reinhardt University's Tucker Lowe. This one goes 48-35.
Russo again with the feathery soft touch down low. A great move. You can see why Coach Newton is giving him more and more and more time on the floor. He's going to be a guy that he's going to look to for some big minutes throughout the rest of this season.
Bears drive, far side, Jaden to the elbow. Pass down low and it goes off the glass.
That's a possession that typifies the type of offense that Truett McConnell runs, getting the ball down low. A nice straight line drive leading to a tremendous pass and an open look in the paint.
Jones drives, this is swatted at and sails over the baseline. Nate Jones, the junior. Great performance here tonight. Somebody who's been a little quiet that we've seen get some time. 2 points for Nakai Fisher, the redshirt freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia, at Parkview High. He's been a big presence at times this season.
Absolutely a guy who can step back and knock down a three-point shot. Is a nice athlete in the open floor. Covers a lot of boxes for the Eagles.
And the Eagles thought Reed had hit that to extend their 11-point lead. Took a deep three from right in front of the bench and was jostled as he got it off, so the whistle goes. That's a cardinal sin. You can't foul a guy out beyond the arc.
Never foul the jump shooter. That's something that coaches will harp on all the time. It's anything that you can do, anything you can do defensively, any mistake you can make, but never foul a jump shooter. Definitely something that drives coaches crazy. But if you're a fan of the Eagles, you'll take it.
First one goes at the line. Darian Reed now 9 points tonight. 1 for 1 at the line. This season he's been successful at the charity stripe 75% of the time. 2 in a row, 10 points. He's now the leading scorer in tonight's game. And his third goes as well. 11 points for Darian Reed.
Perfect 3 of 3 trip from the line, and after committing that cardinal sin, you do have to wonder how that's going to affect Truett McConnell throughout the rest of this game. 3 free points for Reinhardt.
Truett McConnell Bears shoveled this to the corner. Arias Ortega doesn't like it. Far side. Seats takes it into the low post and puts it in off the glass. A nice bucket for the Bears.
He was able to get the big man up in the air with a nice pump fake in the corner. And Seats is a guy that, again, unafraid to take the 3 ball, will take about 1 a game, but you do have to wonder if that was a little bit of a young guy mistake there made by Russo jumping at that shot.
Riley takes it himself all the way up the hardwood and ladles it in off the glass.
It was just a matter of time before Riley made his imprint on this game, and each time it has been in the open court.
And the travel on Jones. Nakai Fisher will come off of the floor.
KJ Riley, a player to watch for Truett McConnell coming into this one. 3 of 6. Interesting note, all 3 of those field goal makes coming on open floor opportunities. 1 layup and 2 dunks for KJ Riley. So you have to wonder if they're going to try to get him going a little bit more downhill as this game goes on.
1 pump now, 2 out to Riley. Riley goes to work to the elbow, backdoor feed, swatted away. Seats couldn't regather. Jones the ball. Tucker Lowe and the Eagles. Leading by 10, nearly blows the tire right there.
Tucker Lowe is always going very, very fast. He's so energetic. And
great pass by Tucker Lowe inside. Gets hooked up with Russo, who puts it home for his 11th point of the night. He's 5 for 5, perfect from the floor.
Jared Russo with the nice feathery touch down low yet again. He has just been someone that has made life difficult for Truett McConnell. We saw him there defending the paint on one end and then manning it on the other end with a few nice jump hooks and baby hooks around the rim. guy that Coach Newton is starting to trust more and more as the season goes on.
7 minutes gone in the second half in a really close matchup. 53-41, Reinhardt University Eagles lead against the Bears of Truett McConnell. College basketball tonight on the Southeast Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in, and a special thank you to L&J Telephone Company for carrying tonight's broadcast. Can't tell you how much we appreciate the exposure. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson, and we've been on a ride, and you've been on a ride with us, so I hope your seatbelt is buckled.
Saw Truett McConnell kind of get the game into the realm that they wanted it to be, a knock 'em out, drag 'em out affair to start the second half, but Reinhardt able to remain on top. You do wonder if Truett McConnell is going to change their preferred style and try to run a little bit more.
Eagles, 2 quick passes now to the corner. Oh, Tucker Lowe, he was wide open, just couldn't hit it. Russo creates another chance for the Eagles. Far side, back to the corner. Lowe drives himself down towards the block. This is loose and gathered up by Jaden and the Bears. And Truett McConnell picks up the whistle.
Right there, that's something that we did not see a lot from Truett McConnell in the first half. Getting the rebound and pushing the pace, trying to get down court as fast as they could. They're going to need to play a little bit faster if they're going to come back in this one. But again, a team with as much athleticism and shooting ability as Reinhardt, it can be difficult to play against them in an up and down game.
Riley on the far side of the hardwood. Yo-yoing the orange. Laser pass, close side. And dangerous situation for TMU. They get the ball back somehow in traffic. Passed outside, nearly stolen by Tucker Lowe. Smith comes out of the scrub with it. Shot is loose and picked up by Reinhardt. Reed outlet pass up to Lewis. Lewis wants to go the distance on the fast break, and he will.
And a tremendous move by Nate Lewis. But on the defensive end, it was Jared Russo. Just putting his arms up, not dropping them, just being tall. Sometimes being tall is good. And doing that on the defensive end did wonders for the Eagles there on that last defensive possession. Staying vertical and providing resistance at the rim for Truett McConnell.
Reinhardt University to Tucker Lowe. Here's the pull-up for Jones. Oh my goodness, that's from a county over.
And we knew it was just a matter of time before Nate Jones hit one of his trademark deep threes. And right now the Eagles with all the momentum in this one. It looked like Truett McConnell was battling their way back, but the Eagles going on a run of their own to tell them, wait, not so fast, my friends.
A timeout on the floor, and how can you blame them wanting to take a timeout after that? Real quick, let's steal another look back at that 3 ball, Lorenzo. Here's a look at them coming up the floor. Flipped outside, and he absolutely buried it. Talk about range.
And that's what he's been able to do so far this year, all throughout this season. And like I said in the first half, those are shots that for most coaches you would think that's a bad shot. That's a shot that I don't want my player to take. But with the range that Nate Jones has showcased throughout this season, and most importantly in big moments for the Eagles, that's a shot that Coach Newton will more than likely live with offensively and really want him to take it.
College basketball, Southeast Sports Network, 11 minutes, 14 seconds left to play. Reinhardt University looking to topple the Bears of Truett McConnell, 58-41 the tally. Reinhardt in front. 3 scores tied for the lead in tonight's game. All of them Eagles. Reed, Lewis, Russo, all with 11. Nate Jones with 10. Trailing him with 9 points is Corey Seats. KJ Riley with 8. Covington has 7. All those 3 for the Bears. Reinhardt, a scoring explosion and somewhat unexpected.
So Truett McConnell, we saw them a little bit earlier in the last 2 minutes try to play a little bit faster, get up and down, but as I said before, it's very difficult to play Reinhardt in an up and down game because of the athleticism and shooting that they have. But that may be Truett McConnell's only hope at coming back into this one.
Oh, beautiful three in response. Drained home by Seats, got that from range. Now here's Smith, a backdoor feed, and Riley gets one of his own. Back-to-back highlight reel plays. He's fouled and sent to the line as well.
4 field goals made for KJ Riley, all of them around the rim and on the fast break.
We'll take a quick look back at that play by Riley. Shot. Dropped home. Steal made right in front of the scorer's table. Got back up the floor quickly and able to drop that home.
And great players, again, great players just have a knack of having their pulse on the game. Even when things aren't easy for you in the half court, figuring out ways to be effective. What do? You get out in transition and you run faster than everyone else. Use your athleticism to get to the rim. KJ Riley doing a nice job of putting his imprint on the game, even when things haven't been easy for him.
10.5 left to play. It's an 11-point game. Reinhardt out in front. Interestingly enough, a 13-point game at the half, so still right on pace with that same lead halfway through the second half of play. James loses it. Russo regathers. Out to Jones. It's blocked. Riley's got it all alone. Oh, baby, he is gone. Astronomical for the jam.
And a 5th field goal made for KJ Riley. And where did it come from again? Again in transition. KJ Riley has been absolutely sensational on the run, and that has been a huge difference for this Truett McConnell team.
Fred Adams driving his way inside and knifes his way to the basket for the quick bucket.
Big layup there from Adams again, a guy who is not short on both confidence and talent. Knew he was going to put another one up near the rim, this time getting it to fall.
Still an 11-point game with Reinhardt in front as Seats cuts back into it. 9 points separate these two.
See Truett McConnell kind of raising their pace a little bit, matching Reinhardt and trying to make things difficult for the Eagles. We're not used to seeing the Eagles get sped up a lot, especially at home.
Fisher drains one in the eye of Mr. Astronomical. A deep three.
A huge three for the Eagles, especially with Truett McConnell getting some momentum on their side. That one right there to stretch the lead back out to double digits.
And so it's a 5-2 run for Reinhardt as they'll get the ball back on an errant pass.
I thought Riley made a nice pass down low. Unfortunately, him and E.J. Smith were not on the same page as he was not ready for the pass.
The Eagles run the floor. It's Adams across the RU logo. Heavily defended, loses it initially, picks it back up off the body of Covington. James trying to shake Covington himself into the low block, off the glass, and it goes.
One of the more athletic players in the conference. James again making a play near the rim. This time not above the rim, but below the rim. Another nifty move to be able to get himself on the board for the Eagles.
The Reinhardt Eagles on a 7-2 run. Riley and the Bears to snap it. Covington off to Smith. Didn't like the pressure. A double team there, far side to KJ. KJ Riley battles his way inside. Quick feed down low. Russo swats at it. Ball's still alive as the shot clock goes. This will go back to the Eagles.
Anytime you can force a shot clock violation, it will mean a lot for your team's morale and psyche. But apparently there will be a conversation for the refs, and they confirm the call. Anytime you force a shot clock violation, it just raises your team's morale. Just being able to play 30 seconds of tremendous defense just does wonders for your team's confidence going back on the other end.
Reinhardt University inbounding to Adams. Nakai Fisher gets us underway. Fred Adams tonight 1 for 2 from the floor, 3 assists, 2 points. Adams passes inside, picked by Seats. He hands it off to Arias Ortega, who tries to go up the floor and quickly a foul.
Can you ask what he did?
Now with the way that the score is and as much time is left in the game, you might see a bit of a role reversal for these two teams. Reinhardt, a team that enjoys getting up and down. Truett, McConnell, a team that wants to get it to their offense and really methodically find their way into scoring baskets. Roles will reverse. Reinhardt is probably going to try to slow things down and kind of bleed a little bit more clock, while Truett and McConnell is going to try to speed things up and find themselves back into the ballgame.
So Reinhardt is still on that 7-2 run, and they still have a 14-point lead, which was their lead at the half. They've now played 12 and a half minutes of the second half. Orias Ortega, 2 quick passes, and the 3 is short. But even in spite of that 7-2 run and the 14-point lead remaining the same, a few guys now pouring it in for the Bears. Kai Fisher steps on the gas, a 10-2 run for Reinhardt.
Gotta give Fisher a lot of credit in big moments in this second half. Kai Fisher has stepped up and made plays for the Eagles. 2 huge threes, that one virtually in the same spot as the first one.
All of a sudden, Lorenzo, Riley, Seats, and Covington very involved offensively.
And that's what you would expect, right? 3 of the better players on the team trying to get their ball club back into it as they're trying to stave off this Reinhardt run and make one of their own.
Brown good for 5 points. Covington blows the tire. Adams tries to center it up. Fisher goes across to Jones, who fires from mid-range and buries the J.
And probably what will go down as the biggest play of the game, the Kai Fisher, a guy who has just hit back-to-back threes, very easily could have went for the heat check 3 there. Instead, making the swing, making the extra pass, and getting Nate Jones a nice look at a mid-range jump shot.
That's a great play. We're going to take a timeout along with these 2 programs and be back with more college basketball in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network. Don't touch that dial. Don't go anywhere. We've got the hoops you crave.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay. Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't.
Welcome back to the campus of Reinhardt University. Deep in the second half, 6.5 minutes left to play. The Eagles in the lead, in the driver's seat really at this point. Seats an entry pass to Brown, shoveled to the corner. There's the 3 and KJ Riley. Wow, a big high bounce. Who's that remind you of? Kawhi Leonard maybe?
A little bit. Remember the Kawhi Leonard? It took about 4 bounces on the rim before it went in. That one eerily similar, of course, to Stakes. Just a little bit lower in this one.
Just a little bit lower.
Just a tad.
A little less crucial of a time in the game. I'll never forget that. I was with a couple of good friends of mine who are from Toronto, Canada, and boy, were they excited.
And for me, on the flip side, I have a few family members who are from Philadelphia, so you can imagine their heartbreak at watching that play go down.
30.
I think I'm sorry. Sorry, I think. I didn't know. 6 minutes left to play. The official is being razzed by the crowd, and they're having a good time with it. I like this crew. They've got a good sense of humor.
And that's what it's all about, right? And there's been a few times, right, where the players have said something, the coaches have said something. You got to give the refs a lot of credit. Instead of being quick to call a technical foul, they will banter back and forth with the players, explain to them what they did wrong, explain to the coaches what their players did wrong. And anytime that open dialogue can happen, it definitely makes the game go along a lot smoother. And everyone gets a chance to see where everyone's at mentally throughout the game. Great job by this refereeing crew. Especially when it seems like official sensitivity is at an all-time high these days.
TMU on a 5-0 run since the first timeout moments ago. Riley passes it to the corner, and the three skiffs off the iron. Adams. Reinhardt's lead right now, 14 points, fueled by a 12-2 run here throughout most of the second half, dating back to the 10-minute mark. They also had a 7-0 run in the early stages of the first half and a 15-5 run in the late stages of the first half. Nakai Fisher has been burying money threes. This time, it's all air. Here's another look from long range, too short.
Two good looks there for the Eagles, not able to get them to fall, but they were able to drain a good chunk of the clock down. 5:23 left in a 14-point game. Truett McConnell's going to have to play a style that they're not used to playing. A little bit more run and gun, a little bit more jacking up threes instead of their usual methodical pace. And that may be advantage Reinhardt.
They got to capitalize on that 5-0 run they're on. First run they've had in a while of any kind. If they're going to make a comeback, it basically has to start right now. Time is winding quickly. 5 minutes left to play in this one. Off the bottom of the backboard as the whistle sounds. Coming to you live tonight from the home of the Reinhardt University Eagles, Waleska, Georgia. It's college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. Appreciate you tuning in and being with us for all the action. Bears of Truett McConnell, a 6-0 run over the last couple of minutes, maybe putting something together.
Don't look now, but here come the Bears. The Bears doing a nice job of finding their ways to not only string together a few stops, but getting good looks as well. And the Bears, they're taking a few more threes, but they're also staying true to their identity, being able to work through their offensive sets. And right there, a nice little pass down low, bringing up a two-shot opportunity for Truett McConnell.
Orius Ortega checking in. Covington to the bench. Reinhardt University on the bad end of a 7-0 run.
Truett McConnell defensively trying to speed the Eagles up. So they're going to need a few more possessions if they're going to find a way to get back into this game.
Double-teamed Adams. Somehow makes his way around and feeds it to Reed down low, who gets the bucket off the glass.
You gotta love what Adams did there. Staying calm, cool, and collected, not rushing into anything, not taking an ill-advised shot, not throwing a bad pass, but just finding his way through the trap and finding the open man for the nice look inside.
That snapped a 7-0 run, and it's blocked by Russo. Up the floor with pace, here comes Reinhardt. Adams will stop. Heady play right there to pull up, take your time.
Absolutely. The work of a true point guard, being able to know time and score.
Lewis to the corner. Reed drives inside, firing, and this one's boarded off the glass. Jade close side, Orius Ortega. He steps and walks his way down low for the layup in the paint. Quick whistle, 3:43 left to play.
It's a 12-point lead for Truett McConnell, so it's not impossible for them to find themselves back into this one. But again, like you said, if they're going to make a comeback, it's going to have to happen right now. And they may need to cause a few turnovers to do it as well. Something that you wouldn't bank on due to the way that Reinhardt has been able to take care of the ball in the second half.
A 12-point game is very manageable with 3.5 minutes to play. Truett McConnell on a 10-2 run, only busted up by a single bucket by the Eagles. Adams hands it off, Reed to the far side to Lowe. He's defended by Orius Ortega. Riley defending Lewis. He picks it up and throws it close side. Wanted the shot from the corner. Lowe's in danger. Reed to Jones. He sidesteps wide open from the straightaway. As the buzzer sounds, he drains it. Oh, baby!
And I don't think we'll see a bigger shot in this game. Nate Jones, the step back three from deep range.
Wow.
That one,
Ortega to the far side.
That one definitely may have put the nail in the coffin.
KJ Riley responds.
Not so fast, he says.
He heard you.
Absolutely.
We'll keep it here as these two teams take a timeout. Don't touch the dial. Don't go anywhere. College basketball, Southeast Sports Network. Late stages, 2 minutes, 49 seconds left to play. 75-63. It just remains a 12-point game. It's been 10, 12, 14 points since the half, and Truett McConnell just can't seem to get back into this, even with the 10-2 run.
Truett McConnell's done a really good job of battling throughout this game. They're doing everything they need to do, right? They've hit a few more three-point shots. They're getting out in transition a little bit more. Offensively, about as perfect of a half as they can play. The thing is, every time it looks like they're getting ready to make a play and get ready to make headway into the lead, Reinhardt hits a big shot. We saw Nakai Fisher hit a few three balls, and then Nate Jones with that huge step-back three-pointer. Seems like every time Truett McConnell is getting ready to make a run, Reinhardt has an answer.
Two minutes, 49 seconds left to play between the Eagles of Reinhardt University and the Bears of Truett McConnell here on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson. 75-63, Eagles lead by 12. A 13-5 run for the Truett McConnell Bears at the moment.
How many timeouts do I have? 3. How many do they have?
Not sure if you can hear that or not at home. Justin Newton asking how many timeouts he has, checking in. Wanted to know how many that John and the Bears have as well.
That was a rare mistake with the ball by Fred Adams. He's been so smart, so calm throughout this second half. He hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes with the basketball. Right there, picking up a turnover.
This is Brown to inbound. TMU up the floor. Driving, Riley with a layup. That's impressive work.
I will say I am old enough to remember when KJ Riley was quiet when this game started. He's definitely woken up and made his presence felt.
Nate Jones being harassed all the way back by the timeline. Right in front of us here.
Nice defense by Riley there.
Through traffic, Russo loses it, picked up by Brown. Brown on the fast break, less than 2 to play. In the corner, it's a 10-point game. Help! Help! TMU to the far side.
With the Bears down 10, they're going to need to score and score fast if they're going to win this one.
Orius Ortega from the corner. A lightning three.
Just with the doctored order there, a nice look for the corner three for the Bears. And they have to keep speeding up Reinhardt. They've done a good job on the last 2 possessions, great turnovers. Does Reinhardt have another answer?
And they do. Wow. I mean, the stakes get higher and higher, and every time it seems like we've seen the most dramatic moment of tonight's game, it gets a little more dramatic. So it's again a 10-point game. And an 18-10 run. It was an 18-7 run until that big response came from Nate Lewis. It pushes it back to a 10-point lead, and those seem like very crucial points at this stage in the game. 79 seconds left on the clock.
But how many times can we say that over the course of this second half? The Reinhardt Eagles being a little bit on the ropes as Truett McConnell starting to make a little bit ahead to the lead, going on a little bit of run, hitting a few shots, cutting it to a single-digit lead, and then the Eagles hitting a huge three to bring it back up to double digits. Right there seemed like Truett McConnell's best chance to make a run. If the Eagles missed that shot, imagine the ball going in the hands of Truett McConnell with just a little bit over a minute to go and a lot of confidence offensively and only down by 7. Instead, they're down by 10. with not a whole lot of time left remaining.
(78-68), a 10-point game. Reinhardt University hosting the Truett McConnell Bears. Eagles seeking their 6th win on the season, their 5th in conference play. The Bears trying to avoid their 7th loss in conference play, their 9th overall. Truett McConnell inside, Jaden for the layup and the whistle in favor of TMU at a crucial time, 61 seconds now on the clock.
Even though there's a chance for 2 quick points from Truett McConnell, more importantly, it stops the clock for the Bears. Precious seconds. Every second is meaningful for Truett McConnell if they're going to find a way to come back into this one.
Darian Reed, Tucker low onto the floor. James will take a break. Adams off of the floor, checking in as well for the Bears is Wright. 61 seconds, a 9-point matchup.
Nice substitution there for Coach Newton, getting in one of his better free throw shooters in Tucker Lowe into this one. Darian Reed, also a capable shooter from the foul line.
Hey, there's hard doubling!
As you would imagine, Truett McConnell is going to play pretty aggressively here defensively. Did Lowe lose it?
Skeeters off the floor. Reinhardt hustling. Sending fresh bodies on.
Let's go!
TMU's Bears take a timeout. As you can see, the Eagles come to the bench. And checking in there just a second ago, you might have seen him walking back away from the table. Number 33, Corey Seats. He's been very efficient inside tonight. This season shooting 62% from the floor. 9 points on average. Lots of big scores to talk about tonight. Leading all scorers, somebody who was really quiet in the first half, KJ Riley.
KJ Riley, of course, and the way that he was able to get the ball rolling for himself was in transition. A few dunks, a few layups, really able to find a way to get himself into the stat sheet early on and find some momentum before hitting a few huge threes for Truett McConnell.
He's 8 for 11, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, 3 for 3 at the line. Great night for him, 5 rebounds and assists, 21 total points. Trailing him for the Bears is Seats with 14. 1 assist to go with that, 3 for 4 at the line. Jaden's got 8, Covington and Brown both with 7. Reinhardt University's Eagles. For scoring, they've looked to Nate Jones, our player to watch. 15 points, 6 for 15 from the floor, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. 7 rebounds for Nate Lewis, who has 14 points. 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists for Darian Reed, who has popped off tonight for Reinhardt University. 11 points for Jared Russo as well. We're into the final moments. Less than 1 to play as this one is forked up, takes a big high bounce and drops. Hollywood fashion.
Huge 3 there for Truett McConnell. I mean, man, just imagine if Nate Lewis doesn't knock down that 3 on the wing, this could be a 2-point game.
For the moment, it's a 5-point game as a slew of changes onto the floor here in Waleska, Georgia.
Presumably Coach Newton getting a few of his better free throw shooters onto the floor yet again.
Less than 1 to play. Eagles with the ball up the floor. Nate Lewis. Lewis, far side. Russo has a lot of space and loses the ball.
Right there, the young guy, Jared Russo, bringing the ball low. And anytime a big man brings the ball low, that is something that you don't want to do because it gives guards an opportunity to take it away from you.
Shot clock. Down the clock, the shot clock in. Shot clock.
I'm trying to tell the ref the shot clock doing the this. What is that?
Apparently the shot clock just malfunctioned a little bit, but I think they got it all in order.
Wow, crazy inbound. Somehow the Eagles come up with it. And Reed the intentional foul.
KJ Riley had a look of Odell Beckham on that inbound, very nearly coming away with a one-handed snag.
Odell Beckham is right. 5-point game, 78-73, 43.3 seconds on the clock here in Brown Athletics Center.
Truett McConnell, they've done a good job of not fouling throughout this half. I'm sure they wish they had a few more. They're going to need to foul a few more times to put Reinhardt at the line, and that will waste time.
A little bit of danger there for Fred Adams.
Back here.
Able to keep the ball, 41 seconds on the clock. 5-point game, 78-73. Talk about a game. Instant classic, absolute barn burner in Appalachian Athletic Conference play. Nate Jones being harassed and somehow keeps the ball.
Truett McConnell raising the defensive intensity, making it very difficult for the Eagles. They just struggle to keep the ball inbound.
Watch me, watch me.
Inbounding. Jones up the floor. Reed, heavily defended, double teamed now. Luis Ortega and Seats harassing him as Justin Newton calls the timeout. You might have heard it from our crowd, Mike. He asked the official right before that, hey, I'm going to take a timeout if he gets in trouble, if you're okay with that. And the official said yes. He does exactly that.
And again, another play showing the basketball smarts of Coach Newton for the Eagles, understanding the time, the score, and the situation, knowing the type of defense that Truett McConnell has played, wanting to take control of the game and keep things in your direction, not wanting to let the Bears wrestle away momentum. But I mean, just going back to a few of those huge threes, of course, Nakai Fisher hitting 2 from the wing, Nate Jones with that huge step back, and then Nate Lewis knocking down a three-pointer. If any of those threes don't fall, we're looking at a much different ball game with 28.8 left to go.
A 5-point game in Waleska, Georgia, the home of the Eagles. Reinhardt University playing host to Truett McConnell University, the Bears. 78-73, 5 points, 28 seconds. As one doesn't get better than that.
Now it'll likely be the foul and free throw game for Truett McConnell. They're going to want to try to trap first, of course, get the ball in their hands, but if they can't, a foul will definitely be sure to come soon after. The Eagles are 73% shooting team from the foul line.
Adams onto the floor, quickly the whistle. Darian Reed had the ball. Jaden grabs him. That just kills 1 second.
Nothing quick, nothing easy. Nothing quick, nothing easy.
So Reed at the charity stripe. He's perfect tonight, 3 for 3 at the line. Make it 4 for 4.
No make bigger than that one. With his team ahead by just 5 points. Reed knocking down the 3 to make it a 6-point game and looking to make it a 3-possession lead here.
He ties the scoring lead of Reinhardt. That's his 15th point tonight. He makes it a 7-point game. Here comes TMU. A little bit of trouble. Smith has it. 19 seconds. Clock winding quickly. Shot clock is off. To the corner. And this is loose. Looks like it goes to the Eagles of Reinhardt.
Reinhardt has scored 80 points. They've had plenty of great moments offensively, but it was a defensive play that would likely seal the deal.
Nothing pass to the corner. Reinhardt hanging on to it. 10 seconds left to play. And the whistle sounds. That's great communication on that timeout to go back. I hate to go back that far usually, but I'm super impressed with Justin Newton communicating with the official. Hey, I'm going to take a timeout here. How often are you watching Major League Sports on TV and they forget to do that?
We've seen it in the biggest moments as well. Teams just not really understanding the time, the score, and the situation, going back to the 2018 finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers. One of their players missed a free throw, and J.R. Smith taking the ball in the backcourt, not understanding that his team had a timeout. I don't think anyone really knew that they had a timeout. So we've seen it in the biggest moments, and some of the most talented players and most talented coaches in the game of basketball being unable to understand how to take advantage of situations late in games. Great job by Coach Newton, a great job by the Reinhardt Eagles to hold on to this one.
KJ Riley, the first up the floor for the Bears of Truett McConnell. Now it would truly take quite a miracle for Truett McConnell to come back. They trail by 7, 80-73, 8.1 seconds. Tonight from the floor, they're 48% shooting, right behind Reinhardt, who's at 51%. They're 29 of 57. Nate Lewis will inbound for Reinhardt University. Tucker Lowe, probably the most likely target of his inbounding pass. Lewis defended by Seats. Fed onto the floor to Adams, 6 seconds as he's swatted at by Arias Ortega. Sends him to the line.
And it would appear that this one is all but over, as the Reinhardt crowd having a little bit of fun cheering on their hometown Eagles. Give Truett McConnell a lot of credit. They fought valiantly. When they went down, they didn't tank, they didn't wilt. They continued to battle, but also give Reinhardt a ton of credit at home in a situation where every game is must win, but a game where you have to win against a conference opponent. They made every big play to keep the lead in their possession.
Yeah, really impressive showing by Reinhardt University, and the Bears did everything to put themselves in striking position to win, did everything right, and just couldn't overcome the Eagles on the road tonight in this Appalachian Athletic Conference contest. Final score of victory for Reinhardt University, 82-73. What an impressive showing.
Reinhardt Eagles coming away with a huge win to move on to 6-9, 5-7 in conference play. They're going to look to hopefully use this game as a springboard for something greater, as they're trying to right the ship. They have the talent to do so, and they're going to be a tough out in the conference tournament. Right now, it's all about building good habits as they look to continue to progress and move on and become a force to be reckoned with here in the AAC.
Yeah, really impressive stuff tonight. Great showing for Reinhardt University, and the Bears, a great outing as well, even though they don't come up with a W. Obviously, you always want to walk away with a win, but lots to work with here. Nothing to feel bad about for Truett McConnell University, as everything went super well except for the actual, winning the game.
Of course, playing in a hostile environment such as the Brown Athletic Center, a very difficult place to play, and they conducted themselves well. They went down early, but they continued to battle and very nearly came away with the win. Unfortunately for them, coming up short, but fortunately for Eagles fans, Reinhardt comes away with the win.
Well, that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Thank you for tuning in. For Reinhardt University, the Bears of Truett McConnell, Lorenzo Robinson, the entire crew, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Waleska, Georgia, where the final score is a Reinhardt University victory, 82-73. They rise to 6-9 overall, 5-7 in conference play. The Bears drop to 7-9, 5-7 in conference play. This has been College Basketball. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live in our copyright material. Today's game will be archived inside of the app or platform where you viewed it and will be available for replay. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network.
Get the message of your company here. And get your message here. All while supporting local student athletes. Reach out today to get started. Tri-Media. Find us at trimedia.com.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
You're ready to reconnect, to discover, to explore a Georgia that always has more stories to share and views to admire. Set for your next adventure while you set your own pace to wonder or wander, or whatever it is that makes you feel you. To feel that Georgia feeling, those beautiful, real, honest moments. The only found in Georgia moments. Find yours at exploregeorgia.org.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime?
Okay. Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.